So there is this sort of scam done by not just Redmi but various other brands with respect to display specifications. Okay, scam might be a bit of a stretch. Let's just call it misleading. Just watch the full video, I'll explain everything. So the Redmi Note 10 Pro and Pro Max offer really good specs for the price. Probably the best all-rounder under 20,000 rupees. No doubts about that. 120Hz Super AMOLED display, 108 megapixel camera, Snapdragon 732G, 5000 mAh battery, almost unbelievable. And one particular thing really caught my suspicion. Redmi claims the display offers up to 1200 nits brightness. That's the kind of brightness levels that are promised by brands for much more expensive phones like, say, the OnePlus 8 Pro. So I decided to get this light measurement device. It's called a lux meter. So let's see how things go. Now, you've been watching this video because you care a lot about your smartphone display, right? In that case, I think you should get this amazing tempered glass from our sponsor, Glazed Ink. Glazed Ink makes super durable tempered glasses for a lot of phones, including the Realme 8 Pro, the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, etc. What's special about Glazed Ink is, apart from full glue edge-to-edge glasses, they also have real curved tempered glasses with actual 2.5D curved glass along the edges, which essentially eliminate the awkward gap on the sides, which you get from installing most other tempered glasses in the market. What's even more special is Technology Jog subscribers can use the promo code TJOG to get 10% discount. So do check out Glazed Ink, link in the description. Before we begin, an important thing to note, a display brightness is measured in nits. But what we have here is a lux meter, so it measures the amount of light in lux. The difference is simple. A display at any brightness level, let's say 300 nits, it's just one value. You can use the slider to set the brightness. Let's say at this point it's 400 nits. It's just a single value, 400 nits. But while measuring it using a lux meter, you get different values based on the distance between the lux meter and the display. For example, here's my monitor. Depending on how close the lux meter is, it shows different values. So, nits is used to indicate the amount of light emitted by the display. Lux is used to indicate the amount of light received by the lux meter. So this means, technically, when you push the meter against the display with absolutely no gap in between them, both lux and nits should be equal.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
So here it shows 350 lux, and yeah, I think that's correct. I think this monitor's peak brightness is around 350 nits. So there might be a difference of maybe 5% or so. Anyway, let's start measuring. We have 4 different phones here: Realme 8 Pro, OnePlus 8 Pro, OnePlus Nord, and of course the Note 10 Pro Max. Do note that the brightness is set to 100% on all 4 phones and auto brightness is disabled. First, let's measure a full white screen. It's just a plain white image from Google. We are using white because it's the brightest color. That's generally how brightness is usually measured. And here we go. OnePlus Nord, we are receiving around 650 lux. Realme 8 Pro up to 620 lux, but we are recording the highest point. Next up, Redmi Note 10 Pro Max around 550 lux. Well, this is surprising because as per the specs, the Note 10 Pro Max has the brightest screen among the 3 phones that we measured so far. So next up, the flagship OnePlus 8 Pro, around 750 lux. So none of the phones reached even 1000 lux, not even 800. But brands market 1200 nits, 1300 nits and so on. Why? Are they lying? Well, before I explain, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. So, no, they're not lying, not exactly. Here's how things work.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Brands always mention that these numbers are the peak brightness levels. So that's the maximum brightness level that the display can reach. But when can it reach those levels? Well, I don't want to bore you with a lot of technical details, so I'll try explaining it in simple terms. You guys probably know that AMOLED displays have very deep blacks, right? Have you wondered why? It's because an AMOLED display can turn off individual pixels. So when the content on the screen has a lot of black, then those pixels are completely turned off. That's the reason the blacks are, very, very dark, because it's practically turned off. A part of the screen is turned off when there is content with some blacks. Now, pixels turning off means the amount of power required to light up the display goes down. So here's the interesting part. Let's say there is an image which is 80% pure black and 20% pure white, which means 80% of the screen is turned off and a lot of power is saved, right? That extra power is used to increase the brightness of the remaining 20% of the screen. So I believe that's what these brands do in order to achieve those crazy numbers. Most of the screen is either black or dark gray, and a small part of the screen is white, and brands measure that part of the screen. Now, not every brand follows the exact same method though, and this is not necessarily lying, because end of the day, what matters is when they say 1200 nits, it's not like we know how bright it is exactly. You cannot look at a display and tell how many nits it is, not even approximately. Those are just indicative numbers for us. When we see 1200, we know that the display is really, really bright, and we can use it outdoors quite comfortably. That's what we know. When we see 800, we know it's not that bright. So that's what matters. Whether the display is very bright or moderately bright or dull, that's what matters, practically speaking. More importantly, remember we turned off auto brightness on all the phones before measuring, but most phones reach their maximum brightness levels in auto brightness only when there is very harsh and bright ambient light, which means outdoors under the hot sun. So we decided to take the phones to the terrace and make the screens face the sun. OnePlus 8 Pro reached 1250 nits, which is very close to the 1300 nits they promise. Note 10 Pro Max reached 900, Realme 8 Pro 830, and OnePlus Nord just 720. I think the high brightness mode did not get triggered on the OnePlus Nord. I don't know why, because the other OnePlus phone was able to do it just fine. It reached 1250. A full white screen is not an ideal use case. Who looks at a white screen? And the brightness levels we've seen so far, it will not actually be proportional across all types of content. When we measured the white screen, this was the result. The 8 Pro was the brightest and the Note 10 Pro Max was the dullest. This ranking might change inside specific apps. Let's go ahead, do it in some commonly used apps. Let's begin with Instagram. I have the exact same page open on all phones, and here are the readings. Once again, the brightness levels tend to vary a lot because the image has different colors, but we'll note down the highest point. OnePlus 8 Pro around 320 lux, Note 10 Pro Max almost 250, Realme 8 Pro again 250, OnePlus Nord 225. Even without measuring, you could tell that the OnePlus Nord isn't very bright. So yeah, as expected, the rankings did change. Let's now come back and measure the profile page. This part is almost full of white, so expect bigger numbers. OnePlus 8 Pro 730, Note 10 Pro Max 560, Realme 8 Pro 540, OnePlus Nord 520. Next up, Twitter. We'll open the exact same image. Looks like we're recording the maximum brightness at the center. OnePlus 8 Pro 420 lux, Note 10 Pro Max 320, Realme 8 Pro 320 again, OnePlus Nord 310. Let's also quickly measure the screen with just a plain red colored image. OnePlus 8 Pro 125 lux, Note 10 Pro Max 90, Realme 8 Pro 110, OnePlus Nord 100. I just showed this to emphasize on the fact that the rankings changed with different content on the screen. Weirdly, the Note 10 Pro Max was the least bright of all in this red colored screen. Now, conclusion time. These are the numbers claimed by the brands themselves for these phones. By now, you understand that these peak brightness numbers don't really matter. But we measured everything in practical usage scenarios, as in we did not have controlled lighting, lab conditions, etc. We just did it normally. My opinion is, at least these numbers should be proportional. As per the claims, the Note 10 Pro must be 92% as bright as the OnePlus 8 Pro. Like when people see these specs, they obviously think, okay, the Note 10 Pro can reach up to 1200 nits, almost close to the OnePlus 8 Pro's 1300 nits. So 90% as bright as the 8 Pro, right? And the Realme 8 Pro and the OnePlus Nord can reach 1000 nits, which means approximately 75% as bright as the OnePlus 8 Pro. That's what you think, right? Now, here's the complete list of readings that we got so far. As you can see, different brightness levels have been recorded for different content. Let's take the average of all the values. Now, look at these. Do you still think the Note 10 Pro Max is 90% as bright as the OnePlus 8 Pro? Nope, because it's not in most scenarios. It's only around 75% as bright as the OnePlus flagship. The Realme 8 Pro too, 75% as bright as the OnePlus 8 Pro. The OnePlus Nord is slightly less. It's 70% as bright as the OnePlus 8 Pro. Again, remember, we are talking about average use case scenarios. So the claimed peak brightness level is highly dependent on the method or technique the brand uses to measure the brightness. It depends on the environment, the lab conditions, etc. I mean, you saw the readings when we took the phone outdoors in very harsh lighting conditions. The OnePlus 8 Pro could reach up to 1250. The Note 10 Pro Max reached only 900. That's a difference of over 35%. But when you look at what they claim, the difference is only about 8%. So a few takeaways from this video. Number one, the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max is still probably the brightest display under 20,000 rupees, no doubts about that. But it's still noticeably inferior to flagship displays like the OnePlus 8 Pros. Number two, the Realme 8 Pro is almost equally good. Outdoors, it's not, but overall it is. Number three, you had no idea that the Realme 8 Pro and the Note 10 Pro Max were almost equally bright because these brands claimed very different peak brightness levels, which brings us to number four. The peak brightness levels promised by brands, claimed by brands, don't take it very seriously. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye and take care.